Hello everybody, this is my video lesson how to paint a portrait with oil technique. The model is Manuela and I will put the picture on the left side of the screen. For the first episode I will show you how to draw by using oil colors on linen canvas, and I glued the canvas on wooden panel by using wrapped skin glue and gesso of Bologna. Also, I will give you all information about materials on the description box below of the video. The first things that I'm going to do is to put two marks, one on the top and one on the bottom. The reason why I do these things is because I want to keep the distance from the top of the canvas and the beginning of the head, and the same things below from the lower part of the canvas and the chin. This part calls composition. I don't want to put my head too higher and I don't want to put my head too lower. So I like to draw the contour of the figure at the beginning, and when I start to do the contour I don't think at proportion, and it is really important, because if you think of proportion from the beginning, so your drawing or your painting, it will be so stiff, and I don't want to have a very rigid drawing from the beginning. At the beginning I want to have a very fluid line, and I want to have an opportunity to imagine the figure and think about an idea about the model. So as you can see, I put dark raw umber around the circle of the head, the circle of the face, because I want to have a contrast. And when I have a contrast and when I have a line, it's really easy to see the contour of the head. I can use a very big brush, and the surface is quite rough, and I did the canvas by myself, and if I press with the brush, it's really easy to remove the color. The reason why I do the canvas by myself is because I want to have a possibility to remove or to move the line up and down and laterally. For this step I'm using just mineral spirit, Sansodor. So when I start to paint I will use stand oil, and also I will give you my personal recipe. I want to use straight line in order to reconfirm the outline of my drawing, and as you can see I want to redraw a little bit the chin, and I want to establish exactly the lower part of the jaw and where is my chin in relation of the top of the head. Even I can draw the right side of the face by looking the impression of the light with a really straight line. It's really important to understand when I draw by the dark area and when I look the light area from inside to outside. If I make a mistake, don't worry, I can take a piece of toilet paper and I can wipe everything. 90% of my drawing when I start, it's wrong and I have to do again and again. Now is the time to put a little bit shadow in through the eye socket. The reason why I do these things, because I want to have the impression of the shadow in relation of the impression of the light. I don't really know where should be my eye, but I can imagine they should be inside of the shadow. When I do like that, I don't think in terms of drawing, but I think in terms of patches, shadow patches, or impressionist method, and I don't think at the lines, and I can estimate the distance from one dark area to the other dark area in order to plot in my eye in a correct position. But everything is relative at this stage. Don't take seriously the drawing. Be very, very flexible. And I start to draw the bridge of the nose. Bridge of the nose, it's a really important point. Basically, it should be at the same level of the top of the lid of the eyes. And I draw straight away the bottom of the nose like a square in perspective. I like to use Filbert brush like a putty rubber because I want to manipulate the border of the shadow of the nose. And remember, this is not just shape of the shadow of the nose, but it's shape of the shadow of the nose plus plane. And slightly I can move to the right in order to find connection with the tip of the nose and the bridge of the nose. Even I want to compare the distance from the bottom of the nose and the eyebrows, top of the hairline. So this dimension has to be the same. I do a double check because I want to be really, really secure that my proportions are correct. Bottom of the nose, eyebrow, hairline has to be the same. Now I extend the line from the bridge of the nose diagonally in order to find the tear duct. I figure out the middle of the nose and I go down until the tip of the nose and I start to explain the form of the ball over the nose. I realized that my right eye is too much to the right and I move a little bit close to the bridge of the nose. If you pay attention, I change the position of my hand and I hold the brush like a pencil and not like a brush. So in fact, it's really important that I set up my mind and I need to realize that I have a pencil in my hand rather than brush. And this thought completely changed my behavior in relation of the line over my surface. In fact, now I can be really, really precise and I can draw the contour of the bottom of the eye and even the top of the eye as well. I can be really correct. I show at myself the distance from the angle of the nose to the beginning of the eye and I go down and even I will see the distance from the top of the nostril to the beginning of the eye. And as you can see, I can create a triangular shape in order to see better connection of 3 points. I clarify the bridge of the nose and I go down. As you can see, I try to draw a small plane on the tip, over the tip of the nose, but I'm not really happy. I want to remove a little bit, and I'm going to reconfirm my left eye. I go down by the line from the nose to the tear duct to the right and to the left. Painting, drawing by the brush, it's really helpful, and so everything can be changeable. If I make a mistake, I just remove straight away by the dry brush. Just do it. I know it's no easy. That's why we are here, because we want to learn this secret about drawing. It's most significant to use different strategy for different part of the drawing. Don't think permanently just in one way. Be like an artist. Use different idea, different method of drawing. Don't think you are not able to do something. Just change the way you are looking at the drawing. I continue with more information regarding the structure of muscles over the glabella and of the upper and lower eyelids. Now I have to decide where it is my bottom of the nose. This moment is significant, so let me explain this concept. When I had been plotting my eyes and bridge of the nose, the third thing I must do, it is put the philtrum, and then I can estimate the length from the bottom of the nose and the beginning of the mouth. To begin with, I have to say that if I respect this concept, I will not have a domino effect on the bottom of the chin, and my face will not look long. Even on both sides of the face. In this way, I will avoid the issue of the fat face. These two mistakes are prevalent, especially if I'm a beginner. I'm walking in this way, I will have a connection with the inner part of the face and the outline of the drawing. Now I'm going to draw in the lips, and I have to estimate the length of them. So I figure out diagonally planes below the philtrum, and I have to remember to check the connection from the corner of the lips to the eyes. If the subject stay in a 3/4, like in this case, you may pay attention to the right side, because a vertical line should be coincident with the middle of the iris, and the left side with a tear duct of the eye. At the same time, I may shade lips and the lower plane under the lower lips, and shading planes are significant because it is allowed to me understand the impression of the light. In one unique oval shape, I may see the form of the wall chin and identify where is the shadow below on it. Now it's possible to redraw the outline of the face. Furthermore, I suggest you an interesting method to get a simple shape of the hair. I attempt to visualize a shape of a mountain instead of the outline of the left side of the face. I use as a reference from edge above the chin until the bottom of the nose, and the bottom of the nose, top eyebrows, and I figure out the position of the hairline. Many professional artists don't consider this step seriously, and they paint indirectly with an insufficient level of drawing and causing a severe artistic question later on because they procrastinate how to resolve the drawing. They overestimate themselves. I finished the right side of the outline of the face, and we are at the end of the first episode. I hope that you enjoy, and I will continue to show the work in progress in the second episode. Thank you for your attention, and see you next time.